Okay, so today we're looking at Python decorations. So first we're going to make a new function and we're going to call it lower. Basically what this function is going to do is it's going to take in print. So we have to give it a function, and this function will be print, and it will return a version of that print function that actually lowers it. So it makes all the capital letters lowercase. I'll make a new function inside of here and I'll say lower print, and I will return function with the string, because it's going to take in a string, of course, because it's print, and it'll return the string but dot lowered. So basically if the string is equal to like a capital A, it'll turn it into a lower A. Now if I just return this lower print and I call this function, so I have to define it first, so I'll say lprint equals lower, and then I pass in our print function. That's just the default Python print function. It'll automatically be defined. And now I can call lprint as if it were a function, and this will say, let's say, hello. And I'm going to use these weird letters here so that we can tell that it will actually lower it. So if I press F5 now, right at the end here, it says hello in all lowercase rather than in all of this. And that is basically the idea behind a decorator. Now, one thing you'll probably see when you see a decorator will be this sort of weird at, and then the function. And I can actually make a totally different function. Let's say it's just be simple. I'll just make another lower print function, or lprint. And maybe this time it'll pass in a string, but it'll say for I in string print I plus space, yep. Just to show that you can do a bunch of weird stuff with this. You can do whatever you want with this, really. Now I don't need to define this anymore. Oh, and make sure there's no parentheses there. Not important. F5. It'll say H yep, E yep, L yep, and so on. And it's saying it with the capitals, right? But what's really cool about this is I could really go to any function and do this. But I'm just going to do this with lprint because I already made it. And I can say at lower. And that's basically just going to make it so that it's lowercase now. So let's try this. F5. Boom. Now these L's are lowercase, and this H over here is also lowercase, right there. So yeah, it's pretty cool. One thing I'm going to show you is how you can make this way smaller and more compact. So basically, instead of this, I'm going to say lower print is equal to a lambda. A lambda is basically like an easier way of making a function. And now it'll take in the string still, and it'll automatically return the function. So it'll return the function, but with string.lower. And now instead of actually saying lower print is equal to that, I can just return it, the whole thing. I can just go like this and say return lambda string. And this is basically just a really easy way of making a simple decorator. And now if I call this, it should do the exact same thing. And there you go, it does. So yeah, you can use this to edit your functions. I definitely encourage you to mess around with it. Thanks for watching.